Hey, how y'all doing? I don't have a remote microphone, so hopefully the camera picks me up and this comes out alright. So I'm doing this solo, and I'm here in Groton, Connecticut, and I'm walking around here doing a video. I don't know if you people can even make out how deep that snow is, but I'll tell you what, we'll try something without really. Okay, let's look at my foot. How deep down is my foot? Okay. My boot is buried, and you can see my boot. Anyways, I'm sorry, the camera's inside of a compartment that prevents it from getting wet, because I've had incidents where I did snow coverage before, and the snow is just piling up on the camera. It gets down inside the electronics and makes the camera go wacko for a while. So it's inside of a compartment that's protecting it, and because I'm not using a remote microphone on my collar or anything, it makes it a little difficult. So anyways, when you do these videos, and I'm trying to talk into the opening here where my hand would go in, when you do these videos solo, it's not easy to do things, because usually you have a cameraman and then you have the person that stands in front of the camera, and I'm doing both here at the same time. I know people don't like to listen to talky people, but you know, WFPN is a self-supporting media company, and we don't make any money doing what we do. So everything you see from WFPN and all the music that gets played on the internet radio station is all self-funded. I know a lot of people say, oh, well, all these radio stations in Connecticut are making money off of ads played on their radio stations and maybe on their websites or whatever. But I don't want to call ourselves a non-profit, because then that makes us one of those non-profit organizations or whatever. I can't think of what it's called, 501b or whatever. And people will say, well, how do you qualify for that? Well, actually, we don't qualify for that, but we're just not a media company that makes money off what we do and you being a part of it. So I'm just trying to make that clear. So it's getting dark here in Groton, Connecticut. The sun is probably already set, because you already know how the clouds are. They reflect light with the snow. I'm coming out here on Route 1 in Groton, okay, where the gas station is located here. And you know, I see the tire marks here, and it looks almost like a foot of snow, and whether it is or isn't a foot, I couldn't tell you, okay, as I didn't bring a ruler with me. But I did do a measurement recently here in Groton. There was 8 inches of snow in a location that is not piled up due to any wind, or, and like I say, I'm trying to keep my mouth near the opening where my hand would go in to operate this camera, so that you can hear me rather than it going through the enclosure that the camera's sitting in, so that it's weatherproof. So I'm off to the right hand side of my camera doing that, but I'm also trying to yell into the hole where my hand would go for you to hear that. So I don't know what it sounds like. I don't have no earpiece in my ear that I'm hearing what my camera hears, so it's all whatever it is. So anyways, this is Route 1 right here. This is Route 1, Poquonnock Road here in Groton. Okay, as you can see, it's still covered with snow, and there's some plows coming here down my way. They're basically east of where I am now, coming towards me, so they're traveling in a westerly direction here in Groton. Okay. Oh, we're now starting to get some wind, so that's cool. So let's look at these guys here and what they're doing. And I'm going to get it out of the way because they might think I'm going to cross the street in front of them. Okay. So as you can see, double plow. One's pushing one load while the other one is taking up the slack there. You can see the vehicles here. And like I say, keep in mind, I'm doing my best to stay with the opening in the container here where my voice will go in and get picked up by the camera, and not really in the angle where I can see the view of the screen in the back to what the camera's looking at. Right now as I look at the road, because they just plowed it, and I'm going to do my best to show this, so bear with me. I don't know if it's going to show up, but there's actually a glare right there in the path that they had just did. I can see it, I just don't know if my camera will ever pick it up. So anyways, that's the spot way down there in the background here on Route 1 in Groton. Okay, and the snow is starting to lighten up a little bit compared to the way it has been. So I think don't hold me to this part, I think we just got through our burst of snow that really made everything happen here. But hey, if it happens again in an hour, don't say I told you that was written in stone, because I have no idea. I'm not looking at radar out here right now. I have no equipment with me besides a camera and a tripod and whatever. So who the hell is talking to you? I'm talking to you. That's me. And like I say, I have no idea what my camera's looking at because I'm looking at this lens, not looking at the back screen. So, like I say, mobile is right here. And I'm going to turn the camera off for a bit and take a trip up the road a little bit, up where Big Y and the Groton Plaza Mart, or Groton Mart. Gotta watch what I say, because there is a Groton Plaza which is located elsewhere in this area. So with that being said, the traffic is coming through here. Hey, you know, they're not being crazy idiots. And more so, people are in this area too because of the gas station to get fuel. I need to hold the camera up. Bruce, hold your camera up because you're taking a film. This guy probably wants to come in here and I'm in his way. Who the hell knows? I don't know. So when I'm not looking in the viewfinder, I don't actually know whether I'm pointing at the ground or at the sky or whatever, because I'm just trying to pay attention to what I'm doing. And I don't fall in a hole and get buried in a lot of snow. So anyway, we're going to cut the camera off for a bit and go up the line a little bit, and let's see what's up. If you hear any crazy noises like crinkling, that's my hand trying to get into the compartment here where my hand goes to control the camera. Alrighty, be back shortly. Well, this is a time when I could actually stand in the middle of Route 1 and not get hit by a car. For any length of time I could stand here, probably. But it's to give you an idea what the roads look like here. Okay, so this is not a sidewalk I'm standing on. I'm actually standing right in the middle of Route 1, Poquonnock Road here in Groton. So this is the street and how it looks. This is the gas station. And I know cameras don't really give any real depth as far as how deep things are. Okay, but here it looks almost like it's a foot deep. And don't hold me to that, because that's just the way things look sometimes when cars push snow aside with their tires. And we now have the crew coming back from the other direction, going back east on Route 1 from west. Okay, so they're doing the opposite side of the road on this pass right here. Anyways, you know, people that do weather on TV talk a lot, and people really can't talk back to the guy that's standing out in the snow and say, hey man, shut up, you talk too much. So anyways, on Facebook, unfortunately, yeah, I get that. People say, damn, what, are you writing a book? Yes, I'm writing a book. But that's all right, I don't care, people. Because if you're in this business, you got to take the bad with the good. And if the camera's kind of wobbling back and forth, like going sideways, hopefully I'm not getting anybody seasick here, but I'm walking down the street holding the camera with a tripod attached to it. I see somebody way out there. I don't know what they're doing on the curve. Why would I even say anything about that? Because I don't think Big Y is open right now. I can't really see the parking lot from where my vantage point is right now, and I will look. And I want to stress, the camera is inside of a capsule per se, and I'm trying to get my voice to go through a hole where my hand goes through to control the camera. So my voice may get low because of the wall getting in the way of my voice and the microphone on the camera. I don't know what that person's doing. That's kind of weird. Looks like they took their coat off and threw it on the ground. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe it's none of my business. As long as they're not getting hit by a car, that's all that matters. I'm going to go over to Big Y parking lot right now, people, and take a quick look at that and see what it looks like. All right, so I'll be back with you momentarily. Okay, there was a lady that left the umbrella here for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it got broken or whatever. Anyways, let me get it out of the road here real quick, because I don't know why she left it behind. Anyways, they're way out that way now. So I'm going to bring this, oh, boy, this stuff is deep. Alright, so I'm going to bring the umbrella over and maybe put it somewhere. Because actually there's nothing wrong with it, so I don't know why she left it behind. Okay, anyways. This thing ain't going to stay anyways. It's going to blow around unless I close it. Alright, listen. I'm going to close the camera off here and take care of this thing. Okay, the umbrella. There you go. I left it on the bench here, which is not even buried. Okay. You know, actually, if I had a helper to help me do this, I would actually be able to stand in front of the camera and have a microphone in my hand and talk to you guys this way instead of trying to keep the camera in an angle where you can hear me through a box hole in the side. I know I'm rambling on. I can't take the camera out of the box and show you the box the camera's in, because that doesn't make any sense, because then the camera's no longer in the box. So anyways, the parking lot here, I know this camera doesn't always adjust with the lighting here, especially with these LED lights. Sometimes when I do videos I get streaks from the LEDs, which is a pain in the butt. But anyways, this is where I came from. Trying to get the glove back on my hand, because I can't work this camera without, you know, I got to do this. My hands start freezing. It's cold out here. Let me tell you something. It was 18 degrees when I left the studio. What is it now? The sun is completely gone down. It's nighttime here now. The wind is not blowing that bad. And I ask you to bear with the camera going wacko, because I'm trying to hold this whole contraption here and navigate everything on my body as well. Okay, so anyhow, that's why the camera's going all over the place. I should just put music for the background. We're gonna have some music now. Okay, but you know what? I will put some music with this video, but I'll tone it down so you can hear me, but it won't bore you so much because you'll hear the music in between. So this is the way it looks here. That Big Y, and this is the Plaza, Groton Plaza here in Groton. Over there used to be the UA Groton Cinema, which is now gone. I'm not going to go over that way. Here is Starbucks coffee, completely closed. Only thing I would say would be open right now, but I'm not going to go over to find out, would be maybe a Chinese restaurant or two in the area. Okay, but everything else I could see besides the laundromat is closed. Okay? So anyways, this is the deal. Okay? We don't make any money doing any of this stuff. Okay? I do all this freelancing. But that doesn't mean that you people can't, you know, help out and support us. There is a YouTube, excuse me, I knew I was going to say YouTube. There is a PayPal link on the top of our page underneath where it shows the state of Connecticut and says WFPN Radio, Connecticut, Radio for the World, and Connecticut, all that stuff. Oh, I kicked the tripod leg. There is a link there. And if you click on that tab, you know, it'll bring you to our PayPal account. And you can send us money, you know, to help support what gets done here. Because, hey, it'd be nice to hire people and have them walk around playing with a camera while I'm walking around in front of them holding a microphone. But you can't do that when you're self-supporting. I wouldn't call it a business, because business means we're making money, but we don't make money. Everything that you see on Facebook, everything that comes off of the internet feed for WFPN is self-funded by myself. I pay for all of that, okay? And I am actually a retired individual who has, you know, I'm a retired individual that is doing this off of my own, call it retirement, call it disability, call it whatever you want. I'm the one that funds all this. So it wouldn't hurt if everybody helped me out a little bit, and I appreciate you not getting mad that I'm talking on and on. But I don't often say that very much in these videos, so people understand how this is all working and all it, and how it all happens. Okay, the TV stations make a lot of money doing advertisements that you watch all throughout your programming. We don't make anything doing any of this. All right, so onward with the video. Let's still look around besides looking at me, because my face is frozen. And once again, there are your state people coming through. And I don't know, everybody sees snow. Everybody has seen the snow. Everybody knows it's here. Everybody over a good portion of the country is getting a part of this storm. Some people may have already pulled out of it. And I do want to stress, my cheekbones are frozen. Okay, so if I talk funny, I'm struggling to keep my jaw moving because my face is just really, it's ice cold. Okay, I can barely talk. All right, so that's why I'm trying to keep the gloves on my hands here, and because those are the worst. We're keeping warm. All right, so listen, people, I'm going to cut off this video. I really do appreciate everybody. You know, it's great having you all on WFPN. I know we've had some moments where the page got crazy and things went wrong, and things ended up from some of the people that help out on the page and not on their personal profiles. I really do apologize for that. It wasn't intentional, and I guess I should have just deleted it and let it go instead of trying to explain it, because when I explained it, I really didn't do a good job of it. I really bombed out because I really didn't know what to say. I can only talk about what I do. I can only tell you what I do. I can't explain what other people do or how it got there, and doing it prematurely isn't very smart, and it isn't fair to those people either, because they never meant anybody any harm. I really do not care what people do on their own profiles or what they do in their own lives. I do care what they do on my page, though. And unfortunately, something did end up there that could have been considered funny, but it was also considered insulting. And unfortunately, I didn't get on Facebook until an hour after it happened. And as soon as I seen it, I deleted it. But I also should have just let it go and not say anything at all, but I didn't do that. I felt the need to explain. And that's the dumbest thing you can do when you don't know the whole story. Alright, with that, I'm going to cut off for now and conclude this video. I appreciate everybody staying tuned and listening to my run-ons and blah blah blah. So drive safely if you're out there and you see this video. I would prefer y'all stay home. I'm not driving. I'm actually totally, completely on foot doing what I'm doing. I don't have far to go to get back where I gotta go. Anyways, with that said, this is Bruce Fontaine at WFPN Radio. Thank you for watching. In case everybody's wondering, I'm standing out in the middle of the road here, Route 1 in Groton. Okay, some of you might recognize the location. So, no, I'm not on the side of the road, on a sidewalk. I'm actually in the middle of the road, taking the opportunity to do this without somebody attempting to hit me with a car. Alright, with that being said, ignore the noise. I'm trying to fit my hand in here and turn the camera off.